Call with your questions now at 855-LAW-SHOW, 855-529-7469. Now, here's America's personal injury attorney, Brian Dailey.
Welcome back. I'm back. Welcome back to the Law Show. I'm America's personal injury attorney, Brian Dailey, broadcasting live from high atop the Law Show studios. We're answering all your legal questions at 855-529-7469. That's 855-LAW-SHOW. You can email your questions to questions@thelawshow.com or brian@thelawshow.com. I'd like you to follow us at The Law Show on Twitter. I want you to like our Law Show Facebook page. You also, if you've got an Android phone, please download the free Law Show app. Just go to your Android store and download the Law Show app, and that will give you every opportunity and every way to contact us that you will ever need right from your phone. You can actually listen live to our Law Show every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. For great free legal advice. You know, every week I try to do a little housekeeping and remind everybody that when you have even the slightest inkling that you may have some legal claim, you need to get into a lawyer right away, preferably a lawyer like the lawyers at the Dailey Law Firm, who will not charge you for a legal consultation, the initial consultation. At our firm, you never owe us a penny until you knowingly sign a fee agreement and say that you want to owe us a penny for the work that we're telling you we can do for you. But one of the most important things is to find out how much time do you have to bring your claim. And one of the things that I want to focus on today is nursing home abuse. Lots of states have acts that they have passed setting forth the rights and liabilities for bringing nursing home claims. We've had nursing home claims where these residents, these elderly people who have paved our way, many of them World War II vets and people that were involved in saving democracy for our country, not being taken care of properly, so they end up with bed sores and all kinds of other types of injuries, and it's terrible. I want you to understand that in the federal government, you have certain rights as a nursing home resident. You have a right to make sure that they're promoting your quality of life. You have a right to dignity and respect of each resident. You have so many rights that often are violated by the nursing homes, sometimes intentionally, sometimes unknowingly. Sometimes they place one nursing home resident who's got a violent history with another nursing home resident, and you know we've had very horrible cases where there have been beatings and deaths and things like that. And so there are things that you can do to protect your relatives and your friends who are residents of nursing homes, and we should protect our elders. They're the ones that paved our way and made America today what it is for us to enjoy, and that's what we're going to do for our next generations, and we hope that we are taken care of in the nursing homes like we want to take care of those who are currently in nursing homes. But the statute of limitations vary all over the state. For example, in Missouri, you have 6 months to bring a complaint with the Attorney General about some aspect of nursing home abuse. And if you don't do it within that 180 days, you can never, ever follow up on that ever again. So they make it really, really short in Missouri. But in Illinois, for example, it's 2 years. So you got to be really, really careful, especially our friends in Missouri. If you've got a friend or a relative who's been abused in a nursing home, who's not being well cared for, you got to get in touch with the Attorney General right away. If you don't know how to do that, give us a call at 855-LAW-SHOW, and I'll help you out. I'm attorney Brian Dailey, America's personal injury attorney Brian Dailey, broadcasting live from high atop the Law Show studios. We are answering your legal questions at 855-LAW-SHOW. That's 855-529-7469. We're going to talk to Sandra now. Sandra, you're on the Law Show.
Good morning. How are you?
I couldn't be better. How are you?
I'm okay. I just woke up and stumbled upon your program, and I have a question regarding my spouse just passed away in September.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And thank you. And what I have here are 2 checks that came in his name.
Okay.
And we had a joint account. We still do. I didn't take his name off of it yet. Can I? He got 2 checks that came to him. One is for like $300 and something, and another one is for $3,000 something. And I was wondering if I could endorse these checks and just put them in our account, and without any, because they are in his name. Even though my name is not his.
Yeah.
I am his spouse for 48 years.
Right. what state are you calling from?
Illinois.
I'm not sure. It's certainly not worth opening an estate for that small amount of money. Here's what I would do. I would probably go to the bank and just ask them how to endorse them, and they'll give you some advice on how to do that. Okay? Are there any other heirs to his estate? Or you're his wife? No divorce actions pending? Nothing like that?
No.
Yeah, go to the bank and ask. Go to the bank and ask them if they'll do that. And chances are they'll say something like, "Yeah, just write on the back of the check for deposit only." Right?
That's what I was going to do because I didn't take his name off the account yet.
I get it.
I did put my younger son on there, who has the same name, but he's a junior.
Right. Well, you can't have him sign it because that wouldn't be right. But
no, I don't want him to because he's no.
Go to the bank and ask them what to do, and they'll help you out. I'm going to continue answering all your legal questions at 855-LAW-SHOW. That's 855-529-7469. I'm going to talk to Larry now. Larry, you're on the Law Show.
How are we doing today, sir?
Couldn't be better. Thank you. How are you?
Fine. I have a question on I have a father I've been caring for about 8.5 years, and he has Alzheimer's. And he's in moderate stages right now. So if and when his resources get depleted, if we put him in a home, he'll have to go on Medicaid. And I was kind of curious on the payments. Now, on the financial things, I was looking on the Internet.
Right.
And it said anything that's over, anything for cash over $500, we have to, when we apply, we have to show those checks or any checks over $500. So since I've been here, most of the checks that we write for cash are under $500. We put most stuff on the credit cards and a debit card. This way he doesn't have cash and doesn't get taken advantage of, what have you.
Right.
And my question is, I had saw an elder law attorney about 3 years ago, and he had said keep all my bank statements for him, so I've kept all that. When it comes to applying for Medicaid, anything over $500, will he be denied, or is that, what are they looking for? Because like he still has a mortgage we're paying, and that's over $500 a month.
All right,
does he have to pay like the difference back? Or?
Hold on. Is he in the nursing home right now?
No, he's not in a nursing home. I'm just planning for the future. I want to know what to prepare for.
Here's what you got to prepare for. If you can hold out for another 5 years without putting him in the nursing home, it doesn't matter what you do. There's a 5-year look back. When you start applying for Medicaid, they're going to look back 5 years. And if there's any money that's been transferred to a family member or secreted or not used for any regular, understandable, reasonable expenses, then they're going to say, hey, we're going to decrease the amount of Medicaid that you're eligible for until we get credit for everything that you've improperly spent in the last 5 years. So there's certain exemptions. Legal fees you can exempt. You can exempt your home or repairs to your home. You can exempt a car, repairs to your car. There's all kinds of exemptions. And so here's what you really need to do. You started out by doing the right thing. You called the Law Show, okay? And that's where you can get a little bit of advice to get you on the right path. And we can help you out with that. The thing you need to do is you need to get into a good lawyer that knows Medicaid planning, like one of the lawyers of the Dailey Law Firm, and we'll help you plan for your father's needs with the assumption that we're going to be able to make it 5 years, right? Maybe we will, maybe we won't, but it's worth a try. Okay?
Oh no, and I have a lawyer. I didn't want to pay another $350. They'll see him right away. That's why I called you guys, and I was going to the radio. But my thing is,
well, listen, if you sit down and talk with us in the office, we're not going to charge you for that anyway. So if you've got a lawyer that's charging you for your initial consultations on that issue, then I'd suggest you look for another lawyer, because there's lots of lawyers out there that won't do that, okay? He must be a kind of a lawyer that doesn't make a lot of money, so he's got a bill for every single thing he does. We don't do that. We don't think that that's necessary. We don't think that's fair. We want a relationship with you, and I don't think you're going to want to come and see us very much if every time you do, you get a bill, huh?
Yeah. I mean, we've been kind of planning. It's just like when my dad lives in a condo, when it comes to cash, we pretty much take no more than maybe $1,000 out a year, mainly for laundry and little expenditures, because we try to keep everything on the credit card or the debit card, so we always have a count. I don't want him having a lot of cash in his pocket.
Right. Well, the thing is that Medicaid is not going to they're not going to ding you for his ordinary living expenses. But if they start seeing things like 3-week vacations in Rome, then they're going to say, hey, wait a minute, that's not really fair. If they start seeing $10,000 gifts made to family members, and they're going to say, well, if that's within the 5 years, then that you gotta assume that comes back in to the estate. So you need to get with a lawyer right now to give you all the information that you need instead of piecemealing you and nickel and diming you. That's just not a cool thing. Okay. If you need some more help, just give us a call at the Law Show or at our offices during regular business hours. It's the 855-529-7469. That's 855 Law Show. We're going to talk to Scott right now. Scott, you're on the Law Show.
Yes, sir. I was surprised yesterday. I got a notice that I had a parking ticket from about 3 or 4 years ago.
Right.
And I was wondering if Missouri has a statute of limitations for parking tickets.
Aren't you from Iowa?
Yes, I don't have my calendar that goes back that far, but I don't even believe I was in town.
Well, you're calling from my home state, so what city issued this ticket to you? Huh?
St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay, so you live in Iowa. St. Louis gave you the ticket, right?
That's correct. I travel a lot, and it's possible, but I don't even have my calendar back that far. I have to look for it.
Well, trust me, if they had the license plate of the vehicle you were driving, you were there, all right?
Okay.
And so you have to assume that they've got you. There is no such thing as a statute of limitations on a traffic ticket. That's like telling the government that they can't have money. They can come get you no matter what. Now, there are some statute of limitations on certain things, like the IRS doesn't have forever to investigate you for fraud, right? And there are other collection stoppages, but if you think St. Louis is going to give up on the $35 they're claiming that you owe them, you can forget it. And next time you drive that car down there, if they catch you, they're going to put the boot on it. So I'd be careful. Just spend the $35. That'd be cheaper than trying to fight it. We're going to continue answering all your legal questions at 855-529-7469. That's 855 Law Show. I'm America's personal injury attorney, Brian Dailey. I'm broadcasting live from high atop the National Law Show studios, as I do every single Saturday morning at 10 a.m., giving you the best free legal advice that you can get anywhere, including on the radio and in many lawyers' offices. If you have a question about any area of the law, call me, America's personal injury attorney, Brian Dailey, right now at 855 Law Show. I'll be right back after these few short messages.
Watch The Law Show live now at thelawshow.com. The Law Show returns with your calls at 855 Law Show.